You fucking moron! You are a fucking human piece of shit and a disgrace!
Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
Ooh, all right. We're gonna start it pretty quick. Not gonna waste too much time. So what's going on, my guys? My guys, RJ and Austin Lean in the house.
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
What's up? I just woke up.
I
It's
feel
good
like
morning for
Ty,
me.
you know that meme from Community when Donald Glover walks in, the house is all burning to the ground, everyone's
Yeah.
fighting on the floor, rolling around. It's basically Ty today, so
Yeah, that's basically me. Or you could classify me as Hocus Pascal. Just a quick Amy.
Christ
That's the
almighty.
way I've been feeling today. That's pretty much who I am, is just Amy Pascal on a regular basis. You just don't know which one you're getting. Are you getting the normal version, or are you getting the extracurricular, much needed extra help, much needed help? But how you guys? I mean, it's a new year. We all have new year aspirations, new year goals. What are you guys's?
Sleep.
Yep.
That's one. Sleep would be really nice.
mine-
That's what I asked Santa for Christmas. He didn't give it to me, but
for me,
yeah.
I'm just trying not to burn the place down by the end of the year. Hopefully
Oh.
everything goes well. That's just my goal. My goal is to hopefully keep doing my own thing, and hopefully everybody will still be on the train with me. You know,
Well,
it'll be interesting.
you know what? I'm just happy that in the year 2021 that I got this meme almost come to life with
That's
this little
right.
scene right here.
Right.
You know, my
Markers.
life in 2021 was a little bit more complete when I say that No Way Home changed me as a moviegoer. The things that I know are possible now, or could be possible, because RJ, you and I had like a little funny thing going on where I was one of the last holdouts thinking that they were going to be in the movie. So because you know, I had my own ways, I had my own ways of thinking about what No Way Home was or what it was going to be, and I just didn't want to get my expectations too high, only to have them come crashing down. But in the theater, it was hard to hold back tears, seeing it actually unfold, which gave me a new perspective on movie going, which is an amazing thing. So I mean, I don't think I've talked to you since this movie's come out. I think it maybe once.
I think you might mention it a couple, maybe once, yeah, but not like a bunch since.
I got to hold RJ in my
I know you guys must
sweet
have
warm
this really
arms
cool-
Yes.
while Toby and Andrew came through portals.
Yeah, and you dressed up RJ as Doctor Strange.
You
I
dressed up as
did,
Doctor
and I
Strange.
sat to another Doctor Strange while
I
He
saw the
did!
picture.
There were Doctor Stranges in our theater.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, it was
The
so
Mystic
great.
Arts.
It
No,
was-
but it was such a fun movie to watch. It was it really did. I think it changed a lot of things for me, which I didn't expect it to, which is really just fun. I think it really was. That was the movie. Like, I even shoveled for this lady. She's like 90, and she was like, "Oh, I saw the new Spider-Man. How did you like it? I know you like all that, you know, geek
all
stuff."
that kid stuff.
Yeah.
over there.
You know how they say it. You
like all the new
You like all that-
superheroes and the swinging and the masks. It's
Yeah.
all so adorable.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like using this lady for money. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'll snowblow your driveway, just a quick 100.
Snowblow. Oh, whoa,
but-
Ty. Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
excuse
hey,
me.
hey.
No, but honestly, you know what? The thing I've been seeing the most on the internet, which I think is the most upsetting, is a lot of Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, right? So a lot of Ben Affleck, a lot of Henry Cavill. I've been kind of hanging back as I kind of looked upon what was happening, and you know, Grace Randolph, even Grace, like
Oh, yeah.
my Gracie, she's even gone too far, right? For a lot of people, and I've been saying for a long time about Grace Randolph that I think she's a sellout, and that I think that she is a grifter.
Right.
She constantly plays both sides of the aisle. That way, no matter which side actually happens, that's the side she can tell her audience over and over and over again. This is what I reported to you. Oh, I reported this back in June. Is something I hear out of her mouth way too often.
Right.
And a lot of the Snyder, I don't know even where to start with this. A lot of that community
yeah.
has been making it so that in a video I have coming, I say this. I say, has it gotten a little bit sloppy? Because if I was a new company coming in, right? If I was buying Warner Brothers, I'm going to assess, like, because the way that the online world works now, everything is so accessible to anybody. So if I'm purchasing a company, right? First thing I'm going to do is, go over all the actual numbers, yada, yada. But also I'm going to look at their social impression. When it comes to a studio, I would look at, the project IP, anything that meant of value, I would look through the social aspects of it as well. And if I was anybody coming into this, I'd be very, very, very turned off by the Snyder fan base.
Oh,
not
yeah.
even that. It's just more so, again, it's just you're coming into this thing and you see it's a giant potentially burning dumpster fire. Why would you not go and say, you know what? Maybe we need to reevaluate what we're doing here. Maybe change some things up. Just overall, not in any direction, but like going in our own direction that's separate from all of this so we can avoid the drama.
The drama
is a
is
possibility.
one of the one things that it's so hard to escape. And as a person who, so I've been trying my hardest to stay away from like the big Twitter things. But Ben Affleck has also been doing a lot of interviews, like a lot more than normal, because
he has a
the
movie.
Tender Bar on Amazon, right?
Which you saw filmed, by the way. Quick fun fact, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you? Was that the one you saw?
So I saw several films filmed this year, and actually, Don't Look Up was one of them.
That's right.
The
Yeah,
Tender Bar was another. So Don't Look Up. I watched it. I don't know, dude. It was alright.
Wasn't your thing? No, I understand. I completely understand.
I don't know. How
It
did you
was
guys
not-
think about that one?
It was not advertised correctly.
It wasn't.
Because
I don't even think the execution was there.
Oh, I did think. I mean, yes. Look, it's not funny. It's a rarely fun. And if it has moments, but it's not a comedy. And it was advertised as one, and the way they put it. Oh, the guy that wrote Step Brothers, and
Right.
So I think that kind of confused people. But I look, for me, it's just one of those films, like the performances just make the movie.
Yeah.
I do enjoy seeing these actors kind of do over the top stuff because they're always so serious. So like Leo, Kate Blanchett first of all, whoa, Kate.
Right. Ooh.
Wow, Jesus Christ. Anyways, but like it was just cool to see them. I enjoyed the acting a lot. I think that was probably my big thing.
Right. Good movie. It was all right though. I put it at like a 6 point something. I was like, I enjoyed it, but I thought it was different. Thought it was gonna be different.
Yes.
But back to the main thing. So two names keep popping up a lot. In my world. My world is changing, right? So here's my thing. My world is changing ever so rapidly. beyond the scope of what most people, what I would let on. There's so many aspects of things that are just changing for me. So it's hard to stay focused. So I wanted to ask you guys to catch me up. What's been going on in the world? Because I've been seeing Syl's name pop up a lot. I've been seeing Mikey Sutton, Midnight's Edge, all these names that keep reiterating in people's mouths. Even Max, who's someone I don't really know too well, I've been hearing a lot about. So what's really been going on? It seems more behind the scenes thing than anything, but just catch me up a
RJ,
little
do you
bit.
wanna start?
How would I put
Where
this?
do we say? All right, so I guess this all goes back to the Grace video, like you said, like we were kind of started. The Grace video drops.
The Grace tweet.
Grace tweet,
Or
right?
the Grace tweets. That's
I
right.
went
We're
looking
getting
for
the
the
video.
video.
Came late. The video came yesterday. The
That's
tweet
right. I
started
know.
it.
The
And
tweet.
that was on New Year's Day, January 1st.
The tweet was, the shot heard around the world, and started basically this whole firestorm, right, of what's going to happen in the future of the DCEU, and
Basically what the Flash movie does, and then that
Right.
got corroborated by two individuals. My Time to Shine Hello, Riley Johnson.
Who I talk about in My Time to Shine Hello is the one I talk about in a video that I made specifically. So I did make videos. I'm not even going to start to get into that. Editing those, it's oh my god. And that's why I wanted to do this live. Just like get it over with, because like all I can keep hearing about is the Snyderverse, when in reality nothing's changed except what some people have said, right? So it's us.
I mean,
but
been
that
pretty
brings me back
consistent
to
with
the No Way
information
Home
that's come out,
point.
yeah.
It brings me back to the No Way Home point about gathering expectations and then having them either shattered or come true, right? It all leads me back to propagation of news and scoops specifically are ruining the movie community. I swear to God, it's ruining the movie community, because everything's known, but it's like everything's also not known. It's like I don't know. It's so convoluted. It's like, who do you trust? Do you trust this person that you've been watching for this long? Do you trust this person that etc. and so on and so forth? What have you guys been takes? 'Cause I've been watching a little bit of what you've thought, and like, so Ben Affleck basically spells it out.
yeah,
Basically,
has been for months.
He says about as clear as
There's a history of statements now for since the last duel, right? I'm done with IPs. I'd like people to see my films on streaming. All of these little different statements. Then this week, he just lays it out. He just lays it out. He goes, Justice League was it for me. Put a really bad taste in my mouth. Said I'm done. All of this different stuff. And
he said that he fell out of love with the character, and he was like,
Right.
I don't want to work on this. If I'm like so angry and like not loving this, it needs to go to somebody else who loves this and will enjoy doing this. That's
not to mention age. He said if he was maybe 32, he'd maybe have a different mindset about it, especially about playing a long-term Batman, which was not what he signed up for.
Yeah. And honestly, again, another thing I said is, for the Snyderverse, Zach was always brought in to be the foundation of the DCEU, from where it would branch off and become its true nature, right? He was always meant to be the foundation. However, I do think the foundation is very corrupt. Simply just not because of Zach, but because of the way it turned out.
Right.
Not knowing who your Superman will be going forward, not knowing technically who your Batman will be either going forward. I think that's a very, very hard thing for someone to grasp. And then, but also to have Blue Beetle, Batgirl, Green Lantern, which should have already been done as well. There's so much going on where with the DCEU side of things, it's more like, I wish, I just don't even know what to think about it anymore. Like, I can't follow it. Whereas Marvel just has been crushing it.
Right.
Even with their bad ones, they're crushing it.
Right, and also like with Ben, like we obviously Snyder Cut. It's an unfinished product, and he wants to finish it because Zach was like, "Hey, there's a scene I want to do to finish this thing," so he finished it. And another unfinished product is his own character as Batman, because if he does not do Batman again, the last thing we have of Batman is Justice League theatrically, and he doesn't want that to be like the last hanging leaf for that character.
So canonically is
Yeah,
we're
canonically,
worried
right.
about. So if it came down
Yeah.
to it, right? I guess it wouldn't be, because the last thing we had of Ben was not canonic.
Yeah,
That's the
it was-
issue.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, right, it comes down to, and you know what? Quick little plug here. Shout out, Caden had his own show last night, and he said it perfectly.
Yeah, sorry about
Caden-
that audio quality on my videos.
It was fine.
Oh, it was so bad. I was listening to it and I was like, oh god.
No, I understand. It was all spur of the moment and stuff.
I
But
was on my way to shovel that to snowball for that lady.
for the lady,
For the lady who looked at me like I'm an idiot because I saw Spider-Man.
But no, Caden, I think you said it really well, man. It's like I think we're really lucky. We're really, really, we should be really grateful that he even agreed to give a proper send off to that character, right? It's with everything that he
Also,
went
the thing
through.
is, not every actor gets to say goodbye to an iconic character they played. Not
Exactly.
every actor gets to say goodbye
Yes.
to a role in the way they want to.
Yeah,
Right?
and also
This is him leaving on his own terms, not being forced
Also,
down.
what
It's him
people-
leaving the way he wants to.
Right.
Also,
Right,
people don't
literally,
realize is also
literally.
people don't realize that general audiences love Michael Keaton's Batman. Like they
They
love
are.
his
General audiences
like-
are very excited for his.
Yeah. So this whole
However-
Flash is gonna be a flop and stuff. It's not gonna happen.
Well, but also I don't think I can make the counter
And
argument
also-
there that I don't think general audiences are aware that he's going to be the main Batman, because if they are,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah. That I don't think they're aware of that.
Yeah,
But
that's
okay, so here's one thing. So
But I don't think it's gonna flop as people think.
Batgirl, right?
But it's not gonna be as
Batgirl,
crazy.
mhm.
Batgirl as a whole has been very pivotal, even though it's, as of right now, not much is known. To be honest, not much is known about Batgirl, except now about who might appear in it or who is confirmed to appear in it. One side of this faction said it's literally like a fact. It's funny because I'm rewatching Supernatural, and like once you get to the Angel seasons, there becomes so many factions of angels that it's hard to keep up with. I guess it's a personal thing. Sorry, Supernatural fans will know what I'm talking about.
No clue. What you're
But with
talking
the Snyder fandom as a whole, like I look at them like angels in Supernatural, where there's so many factions of what makes it up. It's hard to even keep track because you got guys like Syl and Mikey and Small Screen that say one thing, and then you have everyone else and others who say a way more dramatic and like way more, not more dramatic. That was the wrong thing to say.
Right. You have
Wait,
you're saying
on
you
the
have a
other
split.
other end of the spectrum.
Right.
you got two
have a-
sides of an extreme, two sides of the
Right.
extreme.
And which one's
But
outweighing
there
the
are
other?
these
It's like
other
it's like
little
a
ones as
scale.
well.
It's like a scale with like two lower, like you have obviously the major two scales, and then like two lower scales in the middle, and then one side of the scale you have Ben and Keaton are in it, and the other side of the scale is just Keaton's in it, and then and that side of like the very far scale is like, oh, Keaton's only at the end, and then like in the middle you have, oh, Batfleck is in the beginning and then Keaton's near the end, and then one's just Keaton's
Oh
the
my
whole
God,
thing,
just-
whatever. It's so complicated.
So convoluted, complicated.
It's like, oh my God, like people just trying to make up coping stuff, and so it's just like, what people don't realize is that when they announced Ben was in the Flash, they said he signed on for one more movie, and that
Right.
one more movie was the Flash. Like it was clearly stated right there in front of our faces. No one's like, everyone's like, oh, okay, like yeah, the Flash, so you can probably sign on more. No, like, and like, people who've known this for months and like the past year knew that when the Flash, when he was announced for the Flash, that was it. Exactly, Adam. Just give us good stories. But at the same time,
and that's like the whole moral of the story. That's
yeah.
the whole moral of the story is
At
just
the same time, you like, some people are saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter how Ben feels and stuff like that." Like, you obviously still have those people still like campaigning for make the Batfleck movie. I'll say this about that: you guys are sick for asking for this dude to do a Batfleck movie. You're like, I don't care what Ben says today. He's gonna change tomorrow. Like, no, like he has been saying this for the
If
past
this
2
is
months.
listen, if this is the choice he's making, let him walk away and let him do what he
Exactly.
wants to do. Stop trying to force people to do stuff they're not interested in doing.
And also, like, someone pointed out, like, and someone said, like, at this point, I don't even think that these people even care about Ben's words or Ben's act. Like, they just
No,
want,
they
they
never
just
care.
want, they never cared. And also, someone said, I don't even think they even cared about what Zack Snyder say. They just
if
want.
Zach were to come out and say I don't want to make any more DC movies, they wouldn't even take that as the truth.
No, they'll be like, he's under NDA, guys.
Yeah,
He's under
yeah.
NDA.
It would become a
He's-
whole different story.
Oh my god.
But some of these people who will say that though are the same people who said, "Well, we need to listen to Ben and Zach though. They're the only people whose words
Yeah,
matter." But when they say
listen-
something, then
Right.
then it's like, well, they're obviously just lying or like protecting under
Right.
NDAs
Yeah.
or negotiating in the press. It's like, no, come on, it can't be. You guys
Like-
can't do it both ways.
Listen, it's like no one should be talking for Ben. Only Ben should be talking. Ben speaks. Okay, everyone, hashtag make the Batfleck movie. Hashtag like, what is up with that? Like,
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. That's
Dude,
what Mikey
yeah.
says. Ben Affleck
I
is
love
in
it.
Batgirl.
Right, and Mike.
Oh yeah,
So
totally.
and Mikey has been saying that for a long time, and this is I'm only speaking about facts. These are the facts. Mikey, and then thus Syl, because Mikey scoops a lot of Syl's. Oh my god, I can't even say it. Mikey scoops it, and then Syl talks about it on YouTube, sometimes with Mikey there. And they are very heavily vested in that the Snyderverse proper, or the way that some fans are seeing it, is continuing, right? It's continuing. It's just a matter of time and about the merger. It's always about the merger, right? But the other side is saying, no, it's basically over, but the characters that are there that have done well are moving on, and some other ones, like, are you getting where I'm going with this? There's been, like you said,
Yes.
I think someone said earlier, there's the two main sides.
Yeah.
But why? What, like,
Because it's like, because obviously we have, Casey Walsh, Daniel RBK, and now My Time Shallow,
who is this
the Flash
person?
Film News, and like some other people, like 2 other people, and all those people are saying no, Ben's done, and then Ben himself saying he's done, and then on the other side, which is, like you said before, Syl, who speaks only on Mikey's stuff, it's so basically just Mikey and small screen, which is again through Mikey. So it's only Mikey really saying that Ben is still happening, and like,
Well, small
so-
screen and Geekosity are separate.
but yeah,
They're separate entities.
separate entities, same source.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like,
potentially
same source. So potentially,
we have to stay neutral. Well,
Yeah.
like, or at least I have to stay neutral.
I know.
I personally
yeah.
do. So you may believe that. That's
Yeah.
one thing, right?
But
Okay,
it's-
it could be the
yeah.
same source. It could.
Yeah, it could
very
be
well.
whatever, but it's just that it's at this point, and it's only 1 or 2 people saying, 1 or 2 sources saying that, that Ben is still staying, or Ben is, potentially coming back.
Okay.
And then obviously you have the fan outcry of Ben lying and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where it's gonna turn into this. It's already turned into this thing where since Thanksgiving, everyone's been like, "Oh my god, this and this and this," and then last duel press with him saying no IPs, and it turned this thing where nobody is really taking anything for face value. No one's taking anyone's words for face value, and I think we should really listen to what Ben is saying. We should really listen to what Zach is saying. We should really listen to what they're saying,
And that's
because
some of where my problem comes into, where it feels like people are taking what Ben says in an interview or other people saying in interviews, misconstrued or misquote certain things, or
right.
push their narrative for what they want people to believe. And there's nothing wrong with like belief or hope that it's going to continue, but don't mislead people. That's where
Right.
I get that's where I get frustrated.
Look,
like just a
you
lot
know-
of people in general in the community.
And I'll tell you this, right? If there's anything that we've learned in Hollywood, if there's a small look, if there's a percentage of something happening, it could happen. That's just the way Hollywood
Yeah.
works.
There's
Look
still-
at
there's
the
still a
look at
chance- yeah, there's still a
outside of the
chance it could
Snyder
happen.
Cut. Look at the Matrix coming back. Look at all of these things, coming back, being So look, the point is, in the current state, in the moment, and for the foreseeable future, this thing is dead. It's not happening. Affleck's done, all of that. That's the point. And so the hashtags and all of that, I understand you want it and all of that, and that's fine. But at the same time, it just sounds like RJ said, it just comes off as disrespectful of what the person is wanting, what the person is saying that they want to do.
And listen, if it happens, it happens. I would want it to happen. And again, there's nothing wrong with belief on either side. Just be respectful towards everybody about it. I agree
Right.
with that as well.
Exactly.
It's just a thing where it's like, can we stop pretending that this information that's out there is fake or this or that? It's like, let's look at the facts. Let's look at what's being presented and just say to ourselves, okay, this is what's going on. Doesn't mean necessarily the door's 100% closed, but we can acknowledge as of right now, there's some roadblocks, right? There's some
Sure.
potential issues that are impeding that. So again, I would just like better transparency and better honesty from some people personally. That's what I would like
Okay.
to see. But
Okay. And that's not a bad thing to want, right? I think everyone's so giddy with being the first one to say something, or being being needed to feel giddy on, oh God, look, 200,000 people retweeted my tweet. Like Grace, for instance, she'll always say like I
2
watched
million
her
impressions. Oh my god.
I watched her video the other night through I had to make a fake account just to watch her videos because she blocks me on everything because I call her a sellout and I don't know, maybe I troll her a little bit, but I was watching a video where she tells you, oh, I reported on this in June, oh, I had 200,000 retweets on this. Like, that's the type of woman she is. And for people to be like, oh, well, she's Zack Snyder's friend, it's like, well, Zach, I don't know if anyone noticed, but he's like a very nice guy, and he also is not dumb.
Yeah.
He knows where to go to market things, and he knows where to go to get the most people excited for something, right? Especially when a whole fucking studio isn't on his side helping market, right? So he did go on Grace Randolph a lot, but he knew exactly how to get the fans excited. That's not to say that they're friends and that they have an open dialogue on what's actually going on. And that goes for everybody that has Zach on or is friendly with Zach. It doesn't, and I think a lot of general fans think that if I've had Zach on, if I've talked to Zach, or if I know Zach, I must have an open dialogue with this person, and I must know exactly what's going on with every step of the way. That's not true. It's an association with what we do in our heads. We think, like, look what happened with Geeks and Gamers, right? With Zach, right? They're so is he their friend? You would definitely say no, right? You would definitely say no.
No.
But for the most part, Zach is friendly with a lot of people. A lot of people. Am I correct?
Yeah.
No, he definitely is.
Yes, you are. Yes, absolutely.
Do they all know exactly where the Snyderverse is headed?
I would probably, maybe some of them might define. Now you're asking a different question. Define Snyderverse.
Right, and what I think the
I mean,
Snyderverse is technically different.
Even Snyder's definition of the Snyderverse has changed. He did an interview just recently where he said, I consider the Snyderverse to be what I'm doing over at Netflix. That was something he was quoted as saying just a couple months ago, actually. So even the definition of what is considered a Snyderverse has changed just over the last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yes, again, what do you mean they attended the premiere of Army of the Dead New York together?
There's a photograph that's publicly
Yeah.
available. She
Of
was
of them at the premiere together,
Yes,
as in
and
they got out of the
at
limo
premiere
together?
Yes.
and she held the public or a Q&A with them afterwards, and all that.
She was involved in all that
He
stuff.
chose her to hold the Q&A.
Right, as would I.
As
Right,
the
she has
moderator.
a very large following and a very generalized following. Grace herself is a very, I don't know, even I give her a lot of shit, but she knows what she's doing. She knows how to play the game. She's very smart.
Yeah.
She is actually very smart. But I know, for the same reasons I know that John Campea is a sellout, I would say Grace is a sellout as well. I think they play both sides of the tide, and I just don't like. Me personally, I just don't like either of them. But that's okay. But they don't know. They don't necessarily know. People have this misconception of if you're a scooper, if you're this big popular person, then and you're to be trusted on everything you say, and that's caused a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Right? People tweeting things, people saying things, and then it's always taken out of context, and that there's a lot of miscommunication. So it doesn't always start as fake news, but it ends up there somehow. A lot with the Snyder stuff in general.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's what's caused a lot of problems,
It's
at least from what I'm
stretched.
seeing. It's super stretched, it's super twisted, it's always headline.
And this is the thing too. It's like, just because Snyder, every now and again likes to tease and likes to play around with his photos and stuff, doesn't mean every freaking thing needs to be ciphered. Doesn't mean that Zack Snyder's entire life needs to be decoded because it's all meaning something else. It's all alluding to something else.
Do you want to know something that's really interesting, though? If you really want to read between the lines in terms of what he's been posting, what has he been posting on Vero?
I actually don't have Vero, so I don't know.
So just to let you know,
Yeah,
he's been posting pictures of the Batmobile and Batfleck, right?
Ah.
All right.
So Zach is doing that on Vero.
Yes.
Okay.
But here's the thing. What are those pictures? They are old pictures. One of them's an old picture of the day they shot the initial reveal photos of Batfleck in the suit and with the Batmobile, right? The other one, I believe, is just an old picture of the Batmobile that he photoshopped with the Aurora Borealis, right? These are not teases for something new. They're not teases for something new. They're not new pictures of stuff that we've never seen before, new scripts, new storyboards, none of that. It's old stuff, right?
Yes.
So, again, if you want to read into it, you could perceive that as him reminiscing in memories, not exactly teasing something new. Right?
As much as
there's no forward
as
direction,
I would
there's
do.
no tease. There's no tease of anything. It's just reminiscing in past memories of stuff. Like, hey, this is on my phone. Let me share it,
Right. And I do it all the time on like Facebook when they show me my memories.
Yeah.
Right. I share my memories.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. That's cool that he's still, posting stuff for his DC fans. Right. I'm just saying, if you want to read into that, there's no forward momentum with the pictures he's posting right now. It's stuff that's reminiscing in the past, which is perfectly fine. But it's again, I obviously I don't know the intent behind what he's posting. I'm just saying, if you want to read into it, you can read it in different ways. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
And it's caused a lot of turmoil. That's the problem. That's the problem. No one's come out from like I feel like if this is a Marvel issue, right? If there was this much turmoil on the Marvel like fan base, Kevin Feige would come out and say something and just be like, "This is it. The answer is this." Like if it was dividing,
he'd be very transparent with the fans. To be like, "Well, I understand these are the conversations the fans are having, and this and that." He would say something,
but it would be deaded. It would be to either way. It would be like if something was dividing so much, Kevin Feige as a leader would come out and say, "All right, this is what's going on. Not to worry. It's in good hands. Like, don't worry." But Warner Brothers has been very, very, very silent as when it comes to this. They greenlight projects. They don't greenlight others. They take down others. All with this like merger, thing hanging in the background, giving all scoopers this out, right? Because if the merger happens and nothing of what they said is true, then that's going to be the blame point, right? The merger. But if everything's true, it's going to be also because of the merger. So this merger thing is also another wild card situation.
Well, it's a wild card, but everyone's holding their breath saying the merger, guys, the merger, right? I mean, the AT&T acquisition happened too, and Jason Kilar became the hero for some people, and Jason Kilar ultimately did nothing.
Yeah,
Right?
and now he's
the
like
ultimate
leaving
villain.
quietly.
Yeah, he's leaving quietly.
Now he's the
And
villain.
again, there's no guarantee that the people that need to be fired or like let go and replaced in order to get stuff moving, like your Ansar, Nasser, Toby Emmerich, or Walter Amadeus, there's no guarantee they're leaving either. I know some people feel like because it's a merger, like that's going to automatically happen.
And some people feel
I
like DC is the only thing Warner Brothers owns. Guess what? Warner Brothers makes other films outside of DC that surprisingly is successful.
Well, not if you watch Grace's
2022
box office breakdown. Not really.
Well, that's
their
your
fault
reason
for
why
going day and day.
Jason is leaving quietly.
Yeah, them going day and day was a massive mistake. Like
That's
hindsight
Jason.
being 2020.
Yeah, the day and date release was the worst. And that's what's going to be really fun to see is the evolution of this day and date release thing. Because now it's over with what theoretically, right? Now it's over. Right now we're going to the 45-day window. Now, what's the 45-day window going to do for movies in terms of how we consume them? Because I can almost guarantee that there's a person right now who says, I'm willing to wait 45 days to not go out and see it in a movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
There's already people who say, I'm willing to wait the 9 months it takes to see it not in a movie theater. And I can't wrap my head around that.
No,
I'm like, how?
That's
How?
accurate, though. There are some people who have said with this upcoming Flash movie that they will not be seeing it in theaters. So they'll just wait the 45 days.
This whole Flash thing is another fucking box of worms.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of posts today. I'll name.
You got him riled up now.
I mean, I've seen posts from people like Fatal J say it is a time to boycott Warner Brothers, like this image of like boycotting some. It's like, come on.
With the Flash, by the way, like, so I just had an open dialogue with a little bit open with Wayne, and I asked him if he wanted to come on the show anytime soon, and unfortunately he's busy for the next couple months, right? And I was thinking of him because I did see the on Caden's channel last night, not channel, I'm sorry, Caden's show, Austin's channel.
Yeah, right.
Whoops.
It's basically at this point, Caden basically owns pop culture and Little Big City.
Yeah. No, he owns everything he touches.
I own everything. I own Jarbo's. I own Nosh's.
Dear God, he's taking over the internet.
I'm taking over. That's my whole plan, guys. How do you guys know?
Goddamn you, Caden, you monster.
It was you, Caden.
You knew it was someone trying to take over.
It was you.
That's
why
it wasn't
Austin. It was me.
Sneaky little bastard.
Oh, okay.
Caden all along.
Yeah. But the Flash. Oh my God, the Flash. I can't. I just want it to be over already. Because I have a lot.
I can't wait for November.
I want it to be over already. I really do. The
Flash
is another.
So we have no. Oh, funny enough, we have the Flash, and then a week later we have Black Panther 2. So.
Yeah.
That's right.
November. That's for sure.
Gosh.
But Grace, by the way, does not think that the Flash will come out this year.
No, she believes it's gonna get delayed.
Yes, she believes that the order that needs to happen is Shazam, Fury of the Gods, then the Flash. If I'm right. No, then Aquaman, then the Flash.
Yeah,
no,
Aquaman,
Shazam,
and then
Flash, then Aquaman.
But that means Batgirl's not this year either, too. That means it's gonna be next year.
That's what they see. That's what I'm saying. Like
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like, none of it makes any sense. You look one place it says one thing. You look another place, it says another thing. And maybe this has always been going on. It's just with the advent of the internet, it has become so apparent, so easy to find these things that it's unbelievable to me. You literally can check one source and they say this, and one source they say that. There's another source they say that. That picture, right? There's a picture Caden talked about last night as well. Picture of
Of, like,
that
Andy
kind of went unnoticed.
Muschietti.
Yeah.
It like
with
it
the
was like
Flash.
it was like pop. It was trending throughout the day, and then it stopped because
And it got taken down and
it got taken
copyright
down.
by
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, like
Right,
kind
Warner
of,
Brothers.
which usually signals it's kind of
Because-
real.
It's real, guys. That because it's literally the Flash standing on sand in front of a green screen. You see Andy Muschietti walking towards the green screen or like in that direction, and then you see obviously the cinematographer standing right next to Andy, and you see like this light behind, like this light stand boom mic area next to Ezra, and like basically
And
what
it was
the dude.
it was the correct suit for the
It was the correct suit. Yeah. Although it kind of
trailer.
looked a little bit big, it probably is because it's like again, it's like
Yeah, they
totally
alter that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
the stretch marks. They like
Yeah.
alter that in
Yeah.
post production.
I saw that comment and I just started laughing.
Yeah.
Oh
Can't wait
God!
to erase the Snyderverse.
Easy, Flash, easy.
Come on,
but yeah, so basically the tweet was like, "Oh, it was such a great day today. I worked with the Flash, Superman, and Batman on the same day," and he's clarified that like, and someone asked, "Oh, do you mean Superman?" It's like, "No, it's Superman." And
Yeah,
then
Henry
someone's like,
Cavill
"Oh,
Superman.
yeah," he was like
HC
Henry,
Superman.
like he was like HC, and people were like,
Surprise,
"Okay."
Brandon Rowe.
Surprise, he's wrong. It's BR.
Yes.
But it's
Got
Henry
the
Cavill
letters wrong.
Superman, and also it was before fandom, so not even October. It was like I think it was like June or July when that was happening. I forget. It was like
Right.
around
I
that
feel
time.
like it was a little closer to fandom.
Like, oh, was it August? It was probably August.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah, I
probably.
think it was
Okay,
a little
so-
close. Yeah, August maybe.
Okay,
potentially.
August. And then the rumor is obviously that Ben shot his stuff in October. So if you put two and two together, you kind of can think, oh, Michael Keaton, Henry Cavill, and Ezra on set the same day, possibly in the same scene. So you can probably, and like there's all these rumors of Henry Cavill being erased and stuff, but then we have this post and this thing to kind of counter that and saying no, that
Well,
Henry
Grace will
Cavill
say that Henry Cavill only appears on TV screens.
right? Which okay, so I was talking to someone and they said the same thing kind of before Grace did, and but I was thinking,
But it was weird.
But what if the scene that they shot is not like we're not going to see it front in our faces? So like as like someone's like reacting to like a news channel thing, and we see Michael Keaton's Superman, Michael Keaton's Superman, Michael Keaton's Batman, and Henry Cavill's Superman interacting, like shaking hands, like basically saying the new Justice League, you know, and we see the new Justice League standing behind them or something like that, you know.
Yeah, and that's a big pivot point as well.
Right.
Is a new Justice League being formed.
Right.
Now, this has been on the minds of a lot of people for a long time, that not the Flash specifically, but now it's kind of aimed and centered at the Flash, that a new Justice League would be fulfilled. This was actually hinted at in Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman with the, you know, with room for more. This was, you know, the whole, that the extension of the Justice League,
I mean,
it was going to be
honestly,
like the Avengers.
Right.
It's
and
a
also,
team of-
funny enough is that, like, without Flash, technically, also Flash and Superman, because we obviously in the BVS scene when Flash says you need to find her, she's the key. That's kind of what kind of sparked the thing in Bruce to obviously investigate what he found in Lex's files, you know. So it kind of still was Flash that kind of started the Justice League. So
Kinda, yeah.
but so
Yeah,
it's
if
either
you really
way,
think about it, yeah.
like it's still pretty much the same thing who started the Justice League. So
I just
at least
think
he didn't start the Justice League, but he's
no,
the
but
one
he
that,
sent a warning out.
yeah, to
Right, with
Bruce
with that,
that-
yeah,
eventually
that was really the
dominoes.
pivotal moment for Bruce's
Right.
life choices, where he was like, "All right, there is something coming, something I need to form this team for." And again, that's what I've been trying to get down to the roots of. Right? Is Zach's characters will always be the foundation for this world, for this multiverse. Right? If you literally, he spelled it out for you. Like if you seek Zach's monument, all you have to do is look around you in the DCU. This is the Snyderverse. Whatever happens, whatever was going to happen, whatever is happening is the Snyderverse. It's all built off of it. It's not going to erase it, I don't think. Maybe aspects of it will be erased. Maybe I could see a Days of Future Past thing happening just because it needs to.
I think it's gonna be like a branch.
But yeah, and that's where I'm. So I think they want to always keep the door open so that on HBO Max, the Snyderverse could live on in some series fashion. But
it can also, like, they already have that Batman Audio Adventures thing. It could be exactly that, Snyderverse Audio Adventures. Literally, boom, there. Like, it doesn't have to be anything filmed or animated. It's just recording. And we already have Ray Porter, Ray Fisher, and Wayne T. Carr, who are all audio book guys as well.
yes.
So it's like you have, and I'm sure.
Well, no, because no one will settle for anything aside from live action.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, some people have even suggested comics animation. They get pushback saying, "Are you a true Snyder fan? Because if you think
Yeah,
this,
you
you're
shouldn't want
not a true
that.
fan." Yeah.
If
You
it's
shouldn't
not
want
live
that.
action, it's not worth dog shit. So get
Which
that out of your,
I think
get
is
that
a
out of your
very-
mind right now, Caden.
Yeah, I think it's a very.
I guess
dumb
I'm
mindset
not a
to
true
put yourself
Zack
in.
Snyder fan then, because
just
I
want-
don't pay
I
attention
think-
just to his
I-
DC stuff, and I pay attention.
Listen, I think fans should just be open and ready for any kind of conclusion of the story, whatever format it comes in, like open arms at this
Right.
point. You know?
At the end of the day, Warner Brothers. Let's be fucking very 100% transparent here. Warner Brothers is a fucking film studio. It doesn't matter, really, and I hate to say this, it doesn't matter what Zach wants.
Yep.
It doesn't, right? If he wants it bad enough, yeah, negotiations, thus the ball rolls, the dominoes fall. But it really doesn't. At the end of the day, that they're a film studio, they're going to push content out no matter what direction it has to go. That's it. That's it. They need to make money. They need to make money off the IPs that they own. That's it. So, yes, I guess maybe, yeah, if Zach wants it bad enough, eventually he could be back. But that it still comes down to Warner Brothers at the end of the day. They are the ones in charge. They are the ones who give the money up in order to make the movie. It really determines what happens with Warner Brothers and who's in charge with how the future goes. And for everything that we're seeing, everything that's being lined up for us, it doesn't seem good. But others will tell you otherwise. Oh, well, this means that. Well, I don't think there's a person on the planet that knows exactly what the fuck's going on. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, because I do got to run, get some stuff done, because I'm about to go live myself. But end of the day, my thing is this, right? When it comes to scoopers and all this controversy, always take everything that you hear with a grain of salt. Always make sure you're fact-checking where your information comes from. And listen, whatever happens is going to happen, right? We cannot, we are just fans and consumers of this entertainment. We can't truly dictate where things are going. We're not in the room when these decisions are being made. What's going to happen is going to happen. No one's going to erase these movies from you and your collection. You own the movies on Blu-ray. You'll always have them. Whatever happens at this point. At this point, it's just a matter of everybody calm down. Everybody relax. We're going to know sooner than later.
Don't boycott a movie.
Well, don't boycott a movie.
Hashtag boycott Warner Brothers because they aren't continuing what I want.
Yeah.
Because then they'll go see Dune 2 then if it came out the next day.
Right.
And it's like,
Here's the thing,
"Ah."
and here's the honest fact too. All the boycotts are going to do is it's not going to hurt the big wigs or the executives. All it's going to do is hurt the little guys and the people who actually.
And even
afford to
that,
fund
it's
themselves
not
for
going to really
movies.
hurt them either. Like, it's it's
Nah,
gonna
I
hurt
would.
like
If
that
it-
one janitor that's barely there,
yeah.
like
That's
that
all I
comes in
wanted to
like once a
say.
month.
Well,
It's like
that's the thing.
Mm.
That's really the thing. Is this fandom thinks like, but then again, the numbers are also sometimes kind of there
yes,
because
go
we
ahead.
look at the Suicide Squad, right, and how it performed in theaters. Not so well, not so great. Could that be because of the Snyder fandom, like generally not wanting to go see it because they thought they had this preconceived notion about what it was going to be and what it might be come Peacemaker? Because I hear Peacemaker has a lot of like sideswipe connectivity.
Yeah, right.
Like
Yeah, kind of.
yeah.
I don't know. And that whole thing is a controversy too. And we'll see how Peacemaker does.
I don't
think,
like the comedy,
Yeah.
but I don't understand sense of humor as well. So I don't
like
like
I said,
it.
at the end of the day, this stuff's gonna come out whether people want it to or not. We'll have to wait and see how it goes, and that'll be that. But
That'll be
Ty,
that.
But Ty, thank you for having me on, man, and I will see you guys.
RJ, you know I
next
love
time.
you, man.
Yeah, I love you too, man. Peace out.
Bye, RJ.
So
Bye, RJ.
like I said, we're probably not gonna last too long tonight either. We're probably only gonna go for another 8 minutes or so. I'd like to keep it quick. I do have a lot of editing to do. But I mean, is it just has it become so heavily dirtied? And it's hard. Imagine being someone who's just on the internet for the first time, not for the first time, but maybe like, oh God, I really like that Justice League movie that came out in 2021. I really like that. I'm gonna go check out
what people think on Twitter. Oh
what
God!
people think on Twitter.
Surprise!
And you came into this at that moment.
Oh my
right now,
God!
it would be like, Jesus Christ, what did I
You'd
do?
be entering chaos and be like,
You would not know what was going on.
no,
at
you
all.
wouldn't. You'd be like so confused. You're like, huh?
You'd think
Is it
that
continuing?
every single
Is it not?
Batman was going to be on screen this year. Val Kilmer,
Val
George
Kilmer, George
Clooney.
Clooney.
They're all on screen this year.
No, but George Clooney's Batman's gonna be Moon Knight. Didn't you hear that? That's
Right.
Moon Knight.
There's a crossover. Yep.
Yeah.
It's DC and Marvel have finally crossed over. There's going to be a crossover. George Clooney's Moon Knight and Batman at the same time.
Yep.
It's already happening. It's already in the works. It's already confirmed on the
Confirmed.
internet.
Well, he
So,
is
yeah.
directing an episode of Moon Knight, which is pretty cool.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
George Clooney
Yes.
directed an episode of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
It's
What
rumored.
the fuck?
Yeah. It's trippy, my guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope
That's
I hope it
pretty
comes out well. Obviously,
know.
Batman's not going to show up. I hope
Imagine he does.
I really hope that doesn't become a scoop.
It's like
If that becomes
Batman
a
with
scoop,
bat
I've lost
nipples.
all faith in everything.
It's like, oh well, Marvel's just now stupid, letting bat nipples be in their shows. Okay.
Yeah, well, not even because the Batman was bad, but I mean, just imagine that becomes if it becomes a scoop. I'm literally giving this up. I just wrote the ledger. I'm giving everything
Right,
up.
it's
if
like-
that becomes a scoop.
Feel
That-
like done.
That's it.
Yeah, Clooney
done.
did direct a Tender Bar. It was a
But
Batman
did anyone
crossover.
watch it yet?
I
have
not.
want to
I
watch
have
it.
not.
I'm gonna watch it tonight, probably, or tomorrow.
Some kind of-
But okay, the thing we'll finish on is boycotting films. Boycotting
Stupid.
films will get the attention of the movie studio, right? The direct money that the film makes, right? If enough people boycott a film, but also people forget
Like,
that
okay.
that overseas audiences make
Yeah,
60%.
right. Also, what people don't also realize is that like they'll see the boycott and they'll research the reason why people are boycotting, and if they see people saying hashtag boycott the Flash and boycott the Batman after just because they casted Michael Keaton in Batgirl, then they'll be like, okay, this audience doesn't matter. This audience doesn't matter. So, like, clearly this audience doesn't matter. They only boycotting this stupid thing. Like, not that I'm saying the creative decision is stupid. I'm saying that the reason why is because it's stupid. So that audience doesn't matter anymore. So let's actually listen to the audience that is actually going to see this movie.
Yes. So
And
agreed. I still think The Flash is going to do very well for nostalgic reasons. I think there's enough people that want to see Michael Keaton as Batman.
oh yeah, Michael Keaton's an icon in Hollywood as
Yeah,
Batman.
there are so many
He-
people. The nostalgic factor is going to get asses to seats on this film. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. No doubt
Jesus,
about it.
back to back. What the heck?
Back to back. That was
It
crazy.
was like two
Um,
bots back to back. Like after I blocked
But
one came
I
back.
don't think the nostalgic factor is necessarily going to hold this one up like No Way Home was held up by the
Yeah,
nostalgic factor.
I do think, although, like, it's not going to be one of those things where, like Austin said before, that the Genesis don't know that like, they probably did see the headline, he's getting Batgirl or whatever, but they were just, like, they probably brushed it off, like, okay, cool. But,
I think
but-
when people go to the theater on this one,
yeah,
and
they'll
see
be
that
like,
that the Flash shows up, potentially Superman shows up, Supergirl. I mean,
right. Once
Supergirl
I
shows up.
think
Once all
once
that shit starts, I think word of mouth on this movie is going to do really well. But I think, and this is not me like making any commitments or anything, but I honestly think the Flash is going to do well. I really do.
I do think it's going to do well.
But I already put my foot in my mouth saying it was going to do better than No Way Home, and No Way Home is clear.
It's like 1.5 billion at this
It's
point.
just unbeatable at this point. So I already owe Austin $100. It's fucked me over, but not really. Yeah, no,
Thanks,
but
Spider-Man.
but
Spider-Man's a
listen, I'm
miss.
actually really happy because Spider-Man changed what I thought a movie could actually be, and that's
Yes.
why I think that with DC and the potential of nostalgia, they might mix into this war and go, you know what, fuck this, let's go all out.
Man, I hope they do. I hope that
Oh
my
my
hopes,
God.
my hopes for this film are that it is great and that whatever it is that they do, that they make it work and that it resonates with the audience and stuff. At the same time, there is this thing in the back of my head that goes, "Ooh,
They're gonna fumble it.
this could go Batman versus Superman bad, the theatrical release, right? Where there's a lot of hype that first weekend, everything, all of that, and it's especially if these Snyder fans are really upset about the new team, and they go around trashing this thing. That
Yeah.
could very well affect. I mean, look, second weekend,
Even
weekend is what killed BVS.
Even though The Flash, Ezra Miller's The Flash, was a Zack Snyder picked character.
Right.
That's what blows my fucking mind on this.
Yep.
It honestly does. It blows my fucking mind how people could be like, yeah, boycotting. It's like, dude,
Exactly.
he was literally handpicked by your boy, Zach.
And what's
It's
funny
a-
is you all know those people are gonna probably watch it on some site or watch it without saying anything, or like a lot of these people are just saying that just to say it and sound.
But they're gonna need stories, right? They're gonna need headlines, right?
Mhm.
So they're gonna have
Yep.
to watch it,
Yep.
probably illegally, like you just said.
Yep.
Which sucks, right? That really does hurt chances. And it's like, all right, so cool. Now we've committed to DC just being a train wreck the whole
Right.
fucking way. Now we've just committed to never liking anything that they put out. Now we've committed to them just saying, you know what? Fuck this. Wash your hands clean of it. Sell it off to Amazon. So let someone else try.
I mean,
I don't
there
want-
is
Get it out.
this sense of entitlement that DC fans that just feel so. Like it's so weird. It's like these guys, if you do not give them exactly what they want, you're screwed.
Your box
and-
office will fail.
Exactly, and it's a really it's why it's the reason why Jack says it a lot, right? It's why DC should have never played this course correct game. They should have stuck through and done their thing with Snyder, because look at Marvel. Marvel's had their duds too. Marvel just recently had the Eternals.
But that's what they
but
do well.
the
They do well.
controversy
They don't do
over it
well. I mean,
isn't so big.
yeah, because
Like,
what
even
they
their
do well
duds
is
do
they
well.
don't give a fuck.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and people are still gonna go see the next Marvel movie. Like,
And also what people like,
They're obviously in a better position
they
to
do a
fail.
slight course
Yes.
correct by just like doing minor changes.
Right, Shang-Chi, right?
Right.
With the
And also-
the Mandarin.
yes.
Right. And
They
also
fixed an
with
issue with a
Yeah.
future film. That's how you do it, right? As
Yep.
a film studio, everybody should be looking at Marvel and being like, honestly, what they do, and that's what on the other hand, though, it's like that's what Warner Brothers is doing. Also, that pisses me off.
but they're not.
But
They're
no,
looking
the
at it as a.
difference is the
They're
Warner
looking at it
Brothers
as business. They're not
executives.
working at it as creatively. They're looking
Exactly,
at
the Warner Brothers
business-wise.
executives honestly do not know the IP.
Yeah.
They don't have, again, they don't have the Kevin Feige to steer them in a direction that says we're doing this. I mean, I guess with the new rumors and stuff, it sounds like they're wanting to do like a rebirth type thing, which is understandable. But it's just so like we haven't gotten the full Justice League on screen yet. Why are we getting a Justice League iteration that literally doesn't even exist in the comics? And you can't tell me that it's Justice League Unlimited, because that's a really weird, rare version of Justice League Unlimited. Like,
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of things that just show that the executives don't know the IP that they're working with.
And the final the final I this is the hardest thing to transition to ever ever. Dude, there's a new Power Rangers coming out,
What?
right? And
But there is.
yeah, in 2023 there's a new Power Rangers movie. No,
Oh,
series.
right.
No, there is. Yeah,
Wait.
it's a movie, and it's going to be led by
Yeah.
a female Red Ranger.
Okay.
Now, I bring this picture up because clearly there have been female Red Rangers before, right? However, I really enjoyed the 2017 Power Rangers movie, and I'm upset it's not getting the sequel treatment. However, but fans of the series, the Power Rangers canon, or the Power Rangers IP, are happy because, I mean, it's a new start. It's going to be theatric, and they're building. So this first movie that they want to do only includes the red, yellow, and blue Rangers, and then the pink and black are recruited at the end. It sounds like Power Rangers Beastmasters, or not Beastmasters. Maybe that's the wrong one. Beast Mode, I think it was. Is what I've been hearing. So I don't know. Does it matter if the Red Ranger's a female?
No.
Do you guys care about Power Rangers at all?
I
love the
I mean,
Power Rangers.
I
I
grew
like
up a little
Power
bit with them.
Rangers,
I
but-
saw the movie. I really liked the movie.
I really like Jungle Fury.
Which one?
The new movie that you
Oh,
just
okay.
mentioned.
I mean,
yeah,
you
the
saw
new movie.
Mighty Morphin, obviously, right?
I'm sure I did when I was a child.
Oh my God, Austin! If you're not sure, Ivan Ooze.
I'm sure I have. I mean, I
Ivan
don't
Ooze?
remember.
Oh my
It's
God!
just been
You need
so
to get
long.
back on
You
that.
know what? I remember the Dino. That's when I was into it, when they were the Dino.
Nope,
Rangers.
that's not live action movies. Dinobots
Oh.
never made it into live action
They
film.
need to get the Dinobots into the movies, because those things were epic.
I think that was
They all
Oh,
turned into
Dinobots was in
a
Transformers.
giant
Yeah,
T-Rex and all that.
The
No,
Transformers
no,
movies.
they were in
Dinobots.
Power Rangers. They were in Power Rangers.
Caden
They were
goes,
Dino-
they were in Transformers though.
They were in Transformers.
Gosh.
though.
No, but a lot of
Another
people are
Hasbro.
like fans of the Mighty Morphin material, and
I really
but-
like Jungle Fury.
what?
Jungle Fury, Power Rangers Jungle Fury.
I have no idea what that is. I only watched one series of Power Rangers, and it was a Mighty
Oh.
Morphin. So
I watched the Jungle Fury season.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. When we were growing up, like they did all these.
it was
other
all
crazy...
dubbed over and fucking insane, and it was just out of this world, out of this world. But I'm very sad that 2017 is not getting the sequel treatment.
Yeah, no, I
It was
agree. I like
woke though. It was woke. It was woke.
Well, I don't give a fuck about woke. I just
Yeah.
want a goddamn sequel, and I want to see Rita. Dude, please tell me you've seen the
I
fan.
forgot Elizabeth
Please
Banks
tell
is
me
Rita.
that you've seen the fan version of the fan Power Rangers.
Oh yeah,
fan
that I
made
have.
Power
The
Rangers short.
R-rated kind of
Dude,
gritty
it
one.
was
Yes.
out
Epic.
of this fucking
With James
world.
Vanderbeek.
Dude, it was and it was out in this fucking world. Give me that Power Rangers. And that's what I thought 2017 had the capabilities of being, was this very gritty, dark universe.
It did have those elements. It was there. There were some
Like,
really
there wasn't
great
like
moments.
a space war going on like
Yeah.
in the fan one, but
But as
like,
far as the
we coulda
darkness, the
got
more
there.
serious stuff, it was a little bit more serious and all that.
Oh my god, like that
I love
fan, whoever made that fan movie, by the way, like if you're not already making movies, then
They got sued their brains
yeah,
out.
they got their asses sued through, but it is what it is. You know, you make gold. Like, I wonder if you could still find that online.
Oh, man, I don't know. I haven't seen it in years. If they took it down, or it's like I said, I know they got sued.
The most beautiful, 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 like rendition of Power Rangers that, like, for fan films, like, it blew my mind when someone like made me watch it, and I remember being like, why the fuck am I watching this? And then I sat down, like, took the like 13, 14 minutes to actually watch it out, and I was like, are you
Whoa.
kidding me?
Right? Yeah.
This is what this could be. Like, sign me up
Yep.
right now. Some studio needs to make it like this moment. But it never happened. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Will the Power Rangers ever be a connected universe? I think it will.
Oh yeah, I think that's what
With,
they're
Aren't
the
they
whole
trying to do that? Aren't they trying to do that on Netflix?
Yes,
yeah,
but
that's what I was
Netflix-
gonna say. Netflix.
So there's going to be theatric, but also tie into Netflix stuff. Is what
Okay.
I've been hearing. So cinematic
I'm very
universe,
confused on the
Very
Power
cool.
Rangers stuff because I looked up Power Rangers 2023 and it gave me something really weird. And I was just like, I have no clue what you're saying, but okay.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I
for
read
the,
it and I was
for
like-
the
I was like-
2023 movie, the red, yellow, and blue Rangers are going to lead it. And then by the end of it,
So
pink,
pink
and
and black.
will be recruited but never suit up. So it'll be the start of a cinematic universe.
Okay.
And then it'll continue in like Netflix series form is what I'm hearing. I don't know. Again, can't confirm. Take it with a grain of salt. But that's so. But that would, I mean, theoretically, that would start production this year. It's
Okay.
it's
Right.
2022. Like we
Right.
need to be filming. We need to film it.
Yep.
That's basically what I just said before I burped. But I don't know. You guys don't seem to be as. And then another thing I've been watching is Book of Boba Fett, and as a Star Wars generalized fan, honestly, it's I'm having fun with it. I don't think it's as good. The flashbacks kind of really like take me out of it.
Yeah,
But-
it hasn't hooked me yet. Hasn't hooked
What
me
about
yet.
you guys? As
I mean-
diehard Star Wars fans.
As I liked this episode more than the first episode because it gave me at least something to feed off of with the Pikes and then with Black K.
What about the Jabba the Hutt twins? I wasn't
Yeah,
quite
the
clear
Hutt
what the
twins,
fuck was going on because people know
The twins.
From the Clone
So-
Wars, that was freaking
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
That was
they
so
were
cool.
babies in the Clone Wars.
That was a
like,
big payoff
Yeah.
moment for
so
Star
that's
Wars.
it was
Clone
like
Wars
there's
fans.
Clone
right?
Wars.
That was
Yes.
a big thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
and the Pikes were a big
and-
thing. The
and the
Hutts-
Wookiee, you had
and the
you
Wookiee.
had the
Oh, I
can't
thought
pronounce
the
his
woke.
name.
I thought the woke community was gonna go nuts about the black Wookiee.
Oh god, no,
Oh,
he's a
no.
gladiator.
Yeah, he's
Dude, he's a
That doesn't
whole-
change the fact that geeks and gamers could have been like, "Oh, it's
Uh,
fucking woke Disney."
Yeah, right.
There's a black Wookiee.
But yeah, he's in the comics. He's funny thing
Yeah.
is that like not only is like he's a big bounty hunter in the comics, he's also can lead to another character possibly showing up, Dr. Aphra, which people have been wanting to be in live action for a while. But yeah, so we had Black K or Sansi, as some people call him, Pikes, which is part of the Spy Syndicate, which also a part of the Crimson Dawn, which people have been, theorizing is the
look,
big bad.
there are a lot of cool like little Easter eggs
Yeah.
and little things like that. But for
I'm
me,
very
it's
unclear on who's the bad person, who's the bad guy in the story.
We
You're
don't
unclear?
really know yet.
yeah. We don't know if it's going to be the Crimson Dawn or the Pikes, or if
Or-
it's just going to
yeah.
connect to Solo in some way, shape,
Right.
or form. I mean, look, I kind of agree because of that. Because I don't know where the series is headed. I agree with Nick. It's kind of meh for me. It has yet to hook me. It's a good show. It's well made. I did love
I
this
like how they use
episode.
the same music as Mandalorian. Like it's like the same like
Similar.
similar
Instruments and right.
you know, that kind of gives
Yep.
you that same vibe. And I think I like that again, but I'm such like a general Star Wars fan. I can't really give much on this. It's like for me, it's doing its job. It's staying in that same like realm of live action Star Wars for me, but it's also not like I'm not like, oh fucking it's Wednesday.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Not yet. I'm not there yet either. I agree. It's cool. There is a lot of really cool moments and stuff, but it's just I don't know. You have to give me a reason, right? Why is Boba Fett back? I'm getting a lot of backstory and a lot of stuff, but I do agree that I don't really need it. Just tell me where he's at now. Yeah, but that's kind of part of the interest in the character of Boba Fett, right? Is the mystery of his background. You don't know all of his missions. You don't know everything he's done.
Right.
You don't know. You don't need to. There's that mystery. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He decides to do, and so it's cool to see certain stuff, but at the same time, like I said, I'm not hooked yet.
Yeah. And for I don't know. I think a lot of people want the Star Wars Disney stuff to continue. If you would have to say what's better, the theatrical Star Wars or the Disney Plus Star Wars, I think I would think it would most likely be Disney Plus Star Wars.
Disney all day.
Right.
Disney all day.
So, where are we going to invest our money? Now we have the Ahsoka show. We have the
Obi-Wan and
Obi-Wan.
Andor,
New Republic's
Lando.
not coming out now
Yep.
because of Queen Gina, I believe. Queen Gina was the root of that evil. So I don't think that one's gonna happen. But I mean, does the future of Star Wars look good?
Oh yeah. Besides all that stuff we just mentioned, you got Acolyte, you got for sure more seasons of the Bad Batch, which I think we're gonna see connect to live action as well. I mean, that's the thing when you have Filoni and you have Favreau and you have these guys that are so you can just tell how much work they put into the story. They have it all detailed out. They're really thinking about where this is all going, how each story connects, and all of that. And it feels like as a fan, like Star Wars is being cared for. That's what I love about it.
No, I think that's what people want is the care and like
Yes.
the thought behind it. And I think Dave Filoni does a good job of making fans feel there's pride here with the source material.
Yes.
And that's what Star Wars has always needed. Like Doomcock, so many others villainize Kathleen Kennedy for the opposite, right? For not caring and like just wanting to stick a knife in you, like you're a fan, ha, kill you. But the Disney stuff, that like the actual like Disney Plus Star Wars has been pretty good for the most part. The Mandalorian's made waves, very very many waves. And I think that's a good thing.
I agree.
So anyway, we're probably gonna wrap it up. I know Jarbo wanted to jump on, but I don't feel like waiting. I got a lot to do. I only wanted to go 45 minutes anyway. So, any last thoughts?
Go ahead, kid.
Make that Batfleck movie and make sure Snyderverse is restored. And right this second. No, I'm not waiting 1 day, 2 days, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 100 years. I need it right now.
You need it now?
Now, right now. Like in the
you
next
need it
2
right
minutes.
now?
2 minutes. Next 2 minutes.
You can't make this shit up.
Oh my god.
I need Grace to say that's restored right this second.
But it was weird.
I need her to stop her Warner Brothers simping. I know she knows something about the Snyderverse restoring right this second. She knows.
She knows. All right, yeah. But yeah, so as Caden reported, she knows. She knows what's
She knows.
happening. Ask
knows what's
hashtag ask Grace about the Snyderverse. And
God.
you will find out. You will know what is happening if you ask Grace what is happening with the
Right
Snyderverse.
now.
Right
not
now.
not tomorrow, not in 2 hours.
Right now.
Hashtag her right
Right.
now.
Right, meow. I want to end it with the
antidote to the politics and all those woke storylines in so many shows today. You know, I was watching an episode of You where measles came up.
Wait. When did I mention measles?
I don't know. It was on You.
What was on me? What are you talking about? Right? Is Raymond even hearing what I'm saying? I never had the measles.
Was on You.
We never did a measles and vaccine episode. Is this a joke?
I know.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was on You. It was on You.
I've never had measles. What are you talking about? This is stupid.
It was an episode of a show, Laura.
What's it called?
You.
What is he talking about?
It's called You.
I've never done a show on measles. I just completely give up.
It's a
I give
show
up.
called You on Netflix.
There's a show called Luring on Netflix.
Never mind. I'm moving on to Adele. I can't explain this to you.
When everything goes wrong, just move on to Adele. When everything goes
fucking
wrong.
best. It's a fucking best clip.
My
When
God.
everything goes wrong, move on to Adele.
Yeah,
Let's go to Adele.
God, that shit, that made me cry laughing.
That's-
But oh my god, I have so much to work on. I'm so happy just for 2022, guys. Thank you so much. Support the channel, become a member or don't. Send a super chat or don't. It doesn't matter to me anymore. Just be here. Just be here and be with me, and we'll have a good time. I promise. With that being said, I love you all, and you are truly the lifeblood of what makes up the Pop Culture Corner every single night.